A good day.
One of the games I'm most excited for today, we have Siena and Iona, both 6-3 records to start us off. So some pretty high tier action. Both of these teams look pretty even to me so far this season. I think they've both been kind of impressive with their record, but neither have really impressed me enough to say, okay, these players can go on and make nationals, that sort of thing.
Yeah, they still have a little bit to prove before they can punch their way into really into that top 10 slot. But it should be, Iona's tied for it at the moment. They're kind of on the brink, and they've been on a good run lately. They started off strong, winning 3 right out of the gate, and then lost 3 in a row in the middle of the season, have come back and put up 3 wins in a row since then. So I think they're on the uptick here, Ocean, but this would be an important win under their belt to solidify that 10th place slot.
It's not an important win for either team just to get ahead of the other one, because this is kind of like, you kind of get 2 wins from this, right? We had a lot of the situations like this last week where teams around the same record were playing against each other. We've got a similar situation here because obviously if Iona beats Siena, Iona goes 7-3 and Siena is then 6-4. That's a pretty big gap then to try and fix later in the season, especially since we don't have that many weeks left.
Well, and not only that, but this is a battle in the MAC conference as well. They're not only fighting for overall seeding, but placements within the MAC. As you've got Iona sitting in second place with Siena sitting in third. They both have a 3-1 record against conference opponents, but a +2 map differential over to Iona. So this win is going to determine a whole lot between these two teams and within their conference specifically. So a lot on the line here in our opening game of week 2.
Good one to start us off with.
Absolutely is a good one to start us off with. We're going to have 6 and Jobster, some familiar faces this year if you've been paying attention to Siena. 6, the veteran, the captain leading the squad, but a new player on the field, one that I at least didn't recognize, with Atlas stepping onto the pitch here in week 9.
And that's going to be interesting, right? Because we have seen a lot of different universities and players come into the fray after week 8. Yeah, math's right. After week 8, of course, we had a little bit of a break for Christmas and other holidays, and now we're back. A new fresh split is upon us. So, of course, Atlas coming in for this split.
The 6 going in immediately off the gate. Love this aggression, right back and forth. Typically, or often you'll see teams being real conservative in the opening game, just trying to kind of get a sense of their opponent's game plans. But no, both of these teams just going full bore right at the beginning.
It's like when I watch these two teams in the past, I haven't really noticed the play style, but both of the teams, the first 30 seconds or so, really look up for this game.
Good little volley there. Good opportunity for Siena. And they're going to continue to go right back in. 6! Look at that move! Look at that shot! It's 6! Manages to sneak that around both defenders. Steals it away from DJ. And then is able to come into this nice little move. Oh, what an opener.
An awkward chip to deal with. I mean, I would probably question later in the series if that goes in. I think really you should be saving that. But First game of the series, anything can happen.
DJ trying to make something happen. They're on the attack. See if they can answer back. DJ had one heck of a game 3 last week going up against Canisius. Ended up putting 1,833 points with 13 goals in 1 game against Canisius. It was unbelievable. DJ was on an absolute tear and certainly has the star power to strike right back here for Iona.
Oh, no one's quite there. Just on me. Doesn't get too dragged into that ball. Really good discipline to stay in the midfield and get it away.
And now back into the maroon half they go. Drops on the red side. Has 2 people to beat. Stondi is just all over it. Great defense. The newcomer, Atlas, is going to step up. Try to create opportunity off the backboard. But little conservative plays. 6 going to roll back, try to hold the midfield line. No, ball gets away from it. Stondi, he's got the corner in their sights, but Atlas with a good rotation is there for the defense.
Worrying here for Iona instantly is they're struggling to keep the ball. They really are struggling to keep the ball. Every time Iona has possession, it just seemingly comes back to Siena.
Jumps are going up, has the player beat, can't quite get the double tap, but 6 Follow-up shot gets blocked. Surstani going up into the corner to make that save. Trying to keep Iona in this important game one. Approaching the halfway mark now. We have Ryan might hit the ball with a bit of a name change this week. Love the personality. Great opportunity for Surstani. Pushed away, and now 6. Game with 2 people to beat. Can't quite make it through them both this time.
Important chance for Iona. They haven't had that much of the ball, so those limited opportunities they get, they have to take.
Takes a good chance there, but DJ with a lightning bolt strikes home. DJ able to tie up this series. Look at that pass from Surstani. Perfect awareness, dropped it right back. And DJ just came in there, didn't have to take the foot off the gas whatsoever. Slamming in a definitive tying goal right at the halfway mark.
We want to see more of that from Iona. Just those little tiny link-up plays, just those short passes that create so many openings to get some goals. I mean, obviously we could put it off the first 2.5-minute jitters of this series, but I do think that the possession has been weak, slowly improving, and I think that's where Iona are starting to come into this game.
You know, perhaps they just weren't quite warmed up yet, Ocean. You know, just took a couple minutes to find their rhythm. They definitely look like they are coming to their own. Oh, no! But as I say that, I curse them as 2 players caught out of position. The veteran, the captain, 6 steps up and able to put that one exactly where they needed to get that go-ahead goal. Answering back just a mere 40 seconds later.
See, that just goes back to the first 2.5 minutes of the game before they got the goal. Every single time that they had the ball, they kind of just panic and give it away. That was a really unnecessary and awkward touch from Surstani, and it kind of left Ryan in a really awkward position. There was no way Ryan was getting a save there. Good shot from X6.
Going up the sky. Ooh, the ball bounces right from the net. DJ looking to make something with it. Trying to put it off the wall, but Jobster reads it beautifully, goes up in the corner. Follow-up attempt denied as well. Iona try to tie things up. Ryan's gonna pass it back to DJ. DJ over to Stani, but Jobster intercepts. A booming clear all the way down. And going and chasing is Siena. See if they can put the dagger in game one. Take down their opponent that is currently 2 seeds above them. And they want that slot. That one can't quite go through. DJ able to read that one in the near post corner. Clear. Well, denied by 6 as they put yet another one on goal, and it's continual, relentless pressure coming out of Siena over the past 60 seconds.
If they do more, I think this game one will be over. We've already seen a lot of mistakes in possession from Iona, and as the desperation to get a goal comes further alight, they're going to be a lot more open at the back.
He's taking control of an awkward ball out of their own end. He's going to take it over the midfield line. Good intercept and forces a rotation here from Siena. 2 back of the defense. Can't let DJ get away from him. Always keeping that threat in their sights. DJ with a big steal there, pushing it all the way down the field, but Jobster's all over it, grabs a mega boost a long way. Still can't wrestle control, a little bit behind the ball there on the attempt to grab it out of the air. Just boots it cross field. Atlas is going to end up picking it up, but can't do much with it either. One thing Siena has been able to do is eat up a lot of this time with this battle in the midfield line. Not much opportunity left for Iona to get in this thing, and 6 should just slam it down, even try to get a little something extra in the tail end, but the result is a Siena victory for game one, taking an early lead.
True game, I thought they looked the better team. I think that's, not really demonstrated by the shots. I think Siena had a lot more of the ball. I think both teams had a lot of opportunities, but I think when you have the ball that much, you're not really in danger of kind of losing the game, really. I feel like a lot of Siena's chances were better, and they had a lot more pressure on Iona. However, that being said, when Iona kept the ball, they looked good. They looked good when they kept the ball. I feel like they panicked a lot. And I think that might have had something to do with the fact that they went down very early in this game one.
Yeah, I felt like they had to fight back, climb uphill for the rest of the game. That could certainly do it to the mental, but time to wipe the slate clean. I'm going to move on to game number 2. See if Iona could strike back. I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, I just need to not panic. Keep it calm. Pass the ball. You've got good teammates. You're a good team. Solid 6-3 record. Pass the ball, boy. Have a bit of fun. I feel like maybe as well they could be giving a little bit too much respect to Siena.
Going right out of the gates. It's into the maroon half. Go the boys in green and gold. One off the crossbar there. I mean, that was almost a 10-second goal. Atlas is going to put one off the corner. Doesn't look like they're quite done. Nice punch away. Trying to buy a little breathing space, but Six is right there to keep the grip nice and tight. Finally, DJ's able to get it into the green half. Has Serstani alongside him. They're kind of running into each other, trying to make some possession, trying to make something happen as they look for something to counterattack. It's given time for Siena to get set back up, and the defense is going to hold.
Really, see, if this continues, this could be really worrying for Iona. They are not in a good place right now. They're getting in each other's way. They're panicking a lot. That being said, they're still in this game. There's time to repair these issues.
It seems, at least by my eye test, that Siena's kind of one step ahead of the curve a little bit on each of these decisions, on the reads of the ball. Ryan able to push up and at least try to create an opportunity, but still, Iona can't get it out of the corner. Six is back down in a 1v3. Jobster might have a chance here. Can't get connection on it. It's going to drift harmlessly across the way. I don't know, now looking for the counterattack. DJ has a wide open net in their sight. Six is going up to try to make the block. The double tap, no good. Six interferes just enough. That one goes off the post as well. Iona with some real good chances there and just cannot convert them into a score.
Really need a goal right now. If they get a goal, this series is really open for them, and I would say they're favourites because they would probably get rid of all the rustiness, all of these really panicky decisions, but that could have been the worst thing ever. DJ really, or sorry, it wasn't even DJ, it was Serstani with a really important save.
They were holding their breath on that one, no doubt, Ocean. As Atlas was kind of tried to spike it off the ground to get underneath them, but defense held strong. Still, the goal seems necessary for Iona right now. I feel like they're fighting on that uphill battle yet again, even though they're not down in the scoreline. And the ball is flying at their net momentarily. Serstani looking for the clear. Atlas doesn't have a whole lot of boost to chase it. No, that's not a good touch at all. Somehow, Siena keep it out.
It's looking better. Last 45 seconds or so. Better for Iona, but now it looks messy again. Look, just a defensive rotation there. DJ and Ryan very close to each other. Neither wants to commit to this. This is awkward.
And the ball is just bouncing in front of the net. Serstani finally able to get a touch on it, but it gives time for Six to come up. Good 50 from Serstani. This might be just the ticket, just the thing. Get the confidence boost that Iona seems to desperately need at this moment. DJ with a great steal. It's going to cross right in front of the net. Just centimeters away from the line. A booming clear and back to midfield it goes. The teams continue to battle out for possession. Jobster walking away with it, but only gets the single touch.
Important save again from Serstani. What I will say is, Iona, they look a lot sharper in this second game, right? They're a lot faster to the ball. They are winning a lot of 50s. The problem is their teamwork still isn't quite there, and I think Siena have controlled still a lot more of the ball than Iona have. Look, they're still bombarding them with shots.
It's a good opportunity. Jobster puts it off the post. Oh, and that's Siena missing one that they probably shouldn't have there at the 130 mark. Atlas decides to back out. Six, call for the ball. He's going to force it with a nice pass. Bouncing over to DJ, and defense maintaining their calm for now. Six putting off the backboard. Ryan's able to come out and get a piece of it. Force it back down. Atlas just slams right into Jobster there. Those kind of mistakes are what lose you these tight 0-0 matchups, as closely matched as these two teams are. Opportunity denied by DJ there in the maroon half.
There, where Atlas charged into Jobster, that was critical, because let's be real, Iona couldn't get out of their own half, and then suddenly they get out of their own half, out of that error, and they've scored a goal, a very important goal in this series.
But this could very well be the final scoreline, the way these two teams have been playing, and beyond important. It's hard to undervalue how important that goal was. Great play from Serstani. Good read. Jobster, better defensive positioning on that last attempt. A little redemption perhaps defensively. But Siena needs to put one in from the offense. Six is going to put that off the backboard. There's nobody there. Can he get this angle? He drops it in near post. Six coming in clutch just when Siena needed him most.
Important goal in this series. This game too, I cannot stress the importance of this, because it has been messier from, again, Iona. However, they have been sharper, they have been faster, if Siena allow Iona to go in this game, they're in trouble. However, that goal from X6 brings them back into control of this series.
X6 immediately keeping that defense in check. 14 seconds left in this tie game 2. DJ going up, trying to get underneath the defense, but Jobster with a nice redirect forces it out. No easy rebounds. Iona looking to regain control in these final seconds. Looking for something in the 0-second mark. Atlas with a 0-second save. And 6 is there to just spike it down into the ground. Into overtime we go.
It's a positive thing for Iona because they've been looking sharper as the series goes on. With time, Iona will go into this series, and that's a fact. And our DJ has a chance to get a game on the board. Oh.
What a steal from Atlas coming across. I mean, had to read that prior to the double tap even happening to get in that position. 6 trying to force it down, loses the 1v2, and DJ booms it into the corner. Bounces out towards mid, but Jobster is ready. Puts it all the way across the midfield. Are you kidding me? Jobster comes in with the sniper shot from the other side of the pitch for the game-winning goal. I don't believe it.
See, that's the problem. Like, they just gave up possession. DJ on the side this time just slams it against the wall. No one's in the middle. No one's going to pick that up. Not even a 50 available. Doesn't matter how fast you are. With passes like those, your opponents are going to get gifted opportunities. And that was a really good shot from Jobster. Iona, they were better in game 2. But Siena, I still feel are controlling the game. There are moments in this game where we see Siena hold the ball in Iona's half for a solid 90 seconds. And that cannot happen.
And when Iona do get a chance to go on the attack, Siena's already ahead of the curve. They're already making their rotations. They're in the right positions to keep them stuffed into the corner, to not allow the rebound shots off the backboard. Siena are absolutely setting the pace right now. It is up to Iona to disrupt this if they want to come back in this game. It was an important early goal. Serstana did a great job on that. But we need to see that amped up even another step. I want to see DJ step up. Only has 1 goal in this series so far. Was the power presence for Iona last week and has been a little quiet here in week 10.
Fault for the goal in that overtime as well. It was a really, really poor decision. And, I mean, let's be real. If Iona patch up their team play, they will probably win this series, right? They've been faster to the ball. They've been winning more 50s. They look sharp. Just about patching up that team play and panicking less and staying calm in these important situations.
Nice opportunity for Siena there. Defense did a good job on that one. Iona didn't really allow any shots on net in that volley. 6 going up high. Ooh, that was an interesting little pinch. DJ didn't even want to stop for that, just had to rotate all around, let some reinforcements come in. Indeed, Standi now driving towards the green net with it, but big demo puts Iona at a disadvantage as they're trying to attack the green net. Siena, the big push out to the side. Jobster gets enough on that one. A nice dunk from Jobster. Might be an opportunity here, but no, not able to convert. Is Siena playing a little bit slower to the ball this time around? Jobster with the lob, with the follow-up. What was that lob? Jobster is able to drop it in behind 2 defenders. Look at this finesse.
So awkward for both defenders to deal with because it's right in the middle of them who commits. And we already know Iona have been messy this series. And when that ball goes right in between those 2 players, that just escalates the problem further. Good goal from Siena.
Yeah, I had a bit of headset mishap there, but I'm back in action. Atlas just kind of hanging out behind the play at the moment. 6 is going to try to pass it back down as Atlas is rotated back. Jobster off the backboard, but 6 is too far into the net. Atlas has to push all the way up from the midfield line to try to put a shot on. That one's sent away. And immediately into transition, here goes Iona. That shot, 6 just barely able to get a piece of it with the front left wheel. It's going to go over Serstandi in the back. That one off the top crossbar. Is it going to drop in? DJ with the immediate response is going to find the equalizer.
Characteristic from Siena. What happened here? Nobody seems to be even challenging DJ for the ball. No one's back either. Siena themselves haven't been without mistakes, have they? I mean, we saw the issue with Atlas and Jobster in Game 2, and that right there. Siena are beatable here. Iona's got to patch up.
I think it was a good play to shove 6 into the net, and then Atlas was forced to come up to try to take a shot, and everybody from Siena ended up pushing way too far forward. It was DJ there to seize the opportunity. Sersani trying to create another one. Look for the go-ahead goal.
Good save.
Denied by Atlas. Beautiful save indeed. Atlas driving down now. 6 trying to bounce it off the wall, knowing Jobster's waiting behind him. Stani's going to push it out and find a demo in the process. +1 advantage over to Iona as they push it here in Game 3. Faring on the barrel match point. They're looking for the game leader. Atlas once again denies them their prize. Back in front of the net it goes. DJ this time shut down by 6. Jobster able to boot it over 1. Nice short play. Looking to get over DJ. Does. Can't get it past. Ryan might hit the ball. Ryan forcing it into the corner, but it lands right in Siena's possession. Have to speed back. Force it out. This time, back over to Atlas. Rostandi has 2 green players in front of him. Has to pass it back to DJ.
Just going for 6.
Rostandi fighting at the midfield line for it right now. Jobster comes through with the big demo. 1:22 left on the clock in what has been a relatively low-scoring series. Can't help but feel the next goal may be the most important goal yet from either of these 2 teams, Ocean.
Yeah, you know, I actually think Iona, the last 2 minutes, they've been good. They've had a little bit more of the ball. They've been passing a little bit better. And I think you'll probably see the benefits of that shortly. However, Siena, 6 on the ball, doesn't quite get anything.
I was looking to do another one of those short lobs and didn't quite get enough of it, and the defender just didn't bite. Able to read it. Jobster gets demoed now. So it's a choice of where to push up. Jobster does, of course, have a nice defensive respawn, able to get that save, booted all the way down for the 2 players of Siena that were still in the maroon half. But running back under the green side they go. Rostandi coming in from the outside, looking for the centering, but no, Jobster gets in the way, takes the slow bouncing ball, goes up and over, trying to beat DJ, but Atlas comes in for the rebound shot. That's going to go wide, off the far post. 6 going to chase it down as the rest of Siena rotate to midfield, so a nice big shot over the top. DJ is able to work his way down into the green corner before getting it stolen.
Missing that chance at the 25-second mark. That's a good shot. That could have been an opportunity to seal this series, but looks like we're going to overtime again here in Game 3.
Thought that miss might have opened things up. Ryan might hit the ball. Can't quite keep it in the air. And, yep, it's our 2nd overtime in a row, Ocean. Can't ask for much better play than this.
They've been keeping the ball. As I said, in Game 2, they were faster than Siena. And Siena, I mean, they have been making their mistakes. I think this is going to be a tough one to call. And Siena will probably regret missing that chance around the 25 seconds left mark.
Well, only if they don't score 1 here. Siena can score it here, then they take the clean 3-0 sweep, and all is forgiven and forgotten. But if Rostandi can do something like that, they're certainly going to be looking back at that 25-second mark with a lot of regret. Nice move, nice just race into the corner. Everybody from Siena kind of pushed up against the wall a little bit, left that tight angle open. Nobody in the path of it. Another great play from Rostandi coming in clutch yet again for Iona.
It's a good shot. It's a really good shot. It's right in the bottom corner. Nobody is going to save that. I told you, Iona are going to grow into this series. They have. They look sharper in Game 2. They started to get a little bit more of the ball in Game 3. And Siena, I think they will regret that chance. It was the best chance of the entirety of Game 3.
Yeah.
They missed it. They scored it. This series was done. There was no way Iona would have came back. But now we're in a situation where it's 2-1. Iona have momentum now, and they look better and better as the series goes on.
Some numbers for you know how I love my numbers. We got 9 shots apiece for all 3 games of this series so far coming out of Iona. The exact same shot total this time. 2 previous games, only 1 goal. Game 3, they're able to put up a pair of goals. They also held Siena to their fewest shots of the series so far. So consistency and consistently improving and getting more comfortable is serving Iona well as Rostandi immediately puts up a 5-second goal to start off Game 4.
Momentum's with them now. It's a really good pass from DJ. We wanted DJ to step up, didn't we? And really good goal again. Sir Stondi scored the winner in the last one. The momentum is with Iona now, and they look better. They look cleaner. They're making a lot more passes. They're keeping the ball. And I'm telling you right now, Siena are in trouble.
They need to step it back up. Oh, that one goes a little wide. Chopster may have had an opportunity but couldn't quite find the angle. Ball's going to bounce in front of the net. Atlas is waiting for it, but can't really do much significant with it. And DJ just screams across the pitch ahead of the two green defenders. Siena, I think, lucky that nobody else was centered, because that would have been a 2v1. But they dodge a bullet, able to get it back down to the northern half, looking for an opportunity here. That would look like a triple commit from the defense to make sure that ball didn't go in. But Siena can't get their feet planted enough to take advantage of the mistake, of the overcommittal. And Surstandi's charging back in, looking for another one. DJ and Surstandi both missed by just a couple of frames each, screaming around that ball, now scrambling in front of their own net, but they do not let the ball go in.
They got a so the tempo down. There was a really important touch from Sir Stondi, actually a defensive touch before they almost got a goal. They almost had a really good chance. There was a really good defensive touch, and that's what's slowing the game down, and Sir Stondi again steps up.
And this one off of Ryan's touch, good pass. Stondi was all over it. The pre-jump is there, and now we're looking at a 2-0, the first 2-0 lead for either of our teams here today, if I'm remembering correctly, Ocean.
Yeah, it is. Oh no! What happened there?
Quickly cut in half.
I'm gonna have a look at this again. Jobster off the kickoff. Was it slow? Was it? I'm not exactly sure what happened there, to be honest. I think it might have just been a slow kickoff on the part of Iona, and they just had some momentum. For their sake, let's hope that that goal, that little mistake, isn't really gonna ruin them.
No, I mean, that gets Siena right back into this thing. Mentally, that is absolutely huge. I mean, that's... We'll see if they can convert, if they can... Siena can ride this momentum. Atlas getting aggressive with that touch. Jobster trying to pass it left, but Six was right on their heels, and there's nobody to receive the pass. Very hard touch going off the backboard, and it's back to the midfield. As Iona looking to put something together here. Nice!
Oh no, what a save!
Oh, they're not done yet, though. Okay, I thought that one might have had a little bit more oomph on it, but Jobster able to hold the line, keep the deficit to 1 goal at the moment as we cross the 3-minute mark of game 4. Surstandi trying to get it out, but Atlas is going to be right there. Surstandi in front of it once again, and is a bit of a no-use situation. Look at that! Look at that!
Look like a save on my screen. I thought they got it away.
Let's see, you got close.
That's unlucky.
Ryan just didn't quite get enough of it.
Oh, and that's unfortunate, right? Because, all that momentum they had, it's probably gone. And 2.5 minutes after this game, I have no clue where this game 4 is going.
Oh, if Surstandi hadn't made that fantastic save, it'd have been going to a lead to Siena. 2-2, and it feels like both teams kind of fumbling a little bit as we get into the second half of game 4. Siena have swung it back, starting with Jobster's kickoff goal. Feels like they were rejuvenated and now starting to put a lot of pressure on. Six flick goes off top crossbar. Not what they can do with it. And DJ trying to race away with it. Had a player in the center, but the pass was a little too much, and Surstani couldn't quite catch up to it. DJ looking to reset for this attack, but just can't quite wrestle that ball into submission. And it's going to be a corner war here on the Maroon side, and it's going to be Iona able to win that war, and will at least win the battle. Force the ball back down. And this has been a lot of fight for corners. An opportunity here. Six is going to get it.
I mean, they look again messy here. Like, there was a player on that middle right post defensively. Nobody's there defending that back post. It's easy for Six. It looks like Iona, after they conceded those 2 goals, went right back to square one where they were in the first game, just with a little bit more passing potential. I mean, We'll see if that's still true. I want to see Iona pass the ball. I want to see them slow the game down. They still have a minute and a half left. They don't need to panic. But if they do start panicking and the game stays messy, they are in trouble. That's a really good demo.
That was huge. Absolutely frame perfect as well. DJ's going to return the favor. Atlas the bulwark on the near post. Able to stop. Try to force back down to midfield. DJ's going to come in with another shot. It's 6 with a big save this time. And Siena doing a great job in this defense. Just getting in front of that ball, just reading this direction, reading these attackers. And Iona struggling to put up anything of real quality. DJ trying to go off the backboard again, but Siena's having none of it. Rastani looking for it this time. And the defense continues to get tested, but they continue to pass with flying colors.
It's getting messy on both sides here. A goal would probably finish it up. And who could blame them, right? Both these teams 6 and 3, really close together in the standings.